Today we are going to learn to test our Node.js app using Jest, the famous Jest, which I have opened. And testing is something very, very important. It is required in a lot of companies. So we are going to do that straight away. And for the testing, what we need to do, we need to first install Jest in Node.js. Node.js comes inbuilt with something, those all things comes in React.js. Okay, so Node.js is bare one. And we are using an old project of Netflix backend, which is there on the site, or maybe I will link this also in the description, the starting point. Okay, so that is there. And so this is the project which we have, and we don't need much of a front end, so we will work here only. So basic Node.js app, some routes and all those things, and we are going to test all those things. Okay, so better to go on the terminal, and here we'll first install npm all dash d and Jest. So dash d means deb dependency. Deb dependency, we don't want it just like they have say in like save deb. This is the command is the same. So we are adding it as a deb dependency. Deb dependency actually means like it will not go into the production. Production, the unit testing is not required. So this is we are talking about a unit testing which the developer does, not about the other kind of testing which is done by the testers. Okay, so automated testing, which is done by the tester. This is the unit testing, which is done by the developer. Okay, so now what we need to do again, as I've told, nothing is there. By default, it is nothing is there. So what we need to do, one more thing we need to do is okay. So we need to add another file. Okay, so that file is we're going to go to the root directory, and this is the setup which we need to do in a Node.js app because by default it's not there. So we have to do a just dot config dot js, just dot config dot js on v, and this you can find at the GitHub at the end. This is something which you have to do. Okay, so this is something which you have to do. Module dot export a just file. You have to add a just file. Okay, so that is there. A just file, you needed to add it. One more thing. Okay, and make sure that this line is like not commented out, which is anyways in this project it is not commented out. So it means the global pattern for just users to detect the test file, because we're soon going to create the test file, and for that it is required. So now also in the package.json we'll go and package.json in the script node one, it is already there. So see, one more thing I forgot to tell. See, this deb dependency just has been added. Okay, so now we have to add the just test also. So we'll use a test and the est just it is, I will save it. So this I've done. Now now because you've configured the just here, now we'll be able to, like our project will be able to, when we run this npm test, npm run test will run, it will be able to detect the test files. So for test, generally there are different patterns are there. So one of the pattern is there, anyways I don't need this, so I've removed it. Okay, so let me have this here. I always like to have an external terminal instead of the inbuilt one. Okay, so yeah, so let it be here like this. So the next thing which we need to do is to create a test folder. So we will create a test folder in the root directory. So the way to create this test folder is 2 times underscore and then the test test and 2 times underscore. Right? So test folder is there. Now what we need to do, okay. So this I will close, and in the routes I'll go. There is a auth route is there. So this auth route is there. So auth route, we are going to test this auth route. So this post slash register async, this is there. So this is what we are going to test, and crypto and all these things are there. So now slash register, you using crypto.js to register the user in this thing. Okay, it is taking this password and processor inbuilt secret and all those things are there. Okay, we don't require the secret and all those things right now because testing will, anyways, we're not going to run this app, we're only going to test it. Okay, so one more thing is that, okay, so it is very difficult to test a callback function as in this case. So we will create a control. We have to little bit update this code. If I would have known that I'll be doing testing, I would have updated it earlier only. So what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to create a new folder like this routes folder. There will be controller. Actually, it's always better to have a controller folder also. New folder called as controllers. Okay, controllers. And then here I will have a auth dot auth.js I will have. Okay. So this is a different order. This route is a different, controller is a different. Okay. So in this auth.js, we will move, actually this route code we are going to move here, this all of this new user and trying catch and all these things, this code actually. So this I'm going to go, and here I will go back to here, and let me first have a const auth register controller equal to async rec comma s. Inside this I'll paste it. So this is what I pasted it, and we'll require some of the, like this is required. Okay, these two things are required. So I will copy these two things, I will paste it. Okay, so these two things are required, so I am keeping this. And also I will export it. So module dot exports equal to auth register controller. I'm exporting. Okay, so saving it and exporting it. So now back in this auth routes, what I am going to do, I'm going to, like this whole code is there. So what I was telling, this callback function is very difficult to test. That is one of the reason we have created it. Okay, so I will remove this callback function, and I will call the auth register controller, like this auth register controller I'm calling, and the import is done. So this is what we are going to test now. Okay, so now uh, back to our test folder, we're going to create a test file, and that this is the, like this is how you should do it. Okay, so underscore test, you have to do it like this. Okay, so then I will go to the auth dot test dot js, auth dot test dot js I'll do, and test should be there, like auth dot test dot js test, and then I will start doing the testing. Okay, so this controller is there and this is there. So again, path controller will be there first. Mm, the path is okay, right? Path is right because I'm going up one directly, then coming to here. Okay, so yeah, so the path is right. Then even I will take these two things, user and crypto.js, because in the testing you require this. So first I will going to mock the dependencies. Okay, mock the dependencies which are there with Jest. So this is how, like, we are doing a bit okay test, like, okay, so not that complicated, but this mocking thing is very important in testing. Okay, so you're not going to do the real API call. This is one of the main thing of testing. You're not going to do the real API call. So just dot mock, not JSON web token. Okay, so sometimes this auto suggests does anything. Just take it outside. Just dot mock dot models, because there is where the models is, and then the user I will do. Okay, so I'm mocking the users. Okay, so what is this model? Let me show this model also. So model is the schema which we generally take in Node.js. So you should know Node.js. That's why you are here. So models users. Then I will do a just dot mock and try crypto.js like this. Like this I'll have, and then AES and encrypt. Okay. So AES, actually, why we are taking AES? Because we are encrypting it through the AES algorithm in crypto JS. Okay. So AES we are mocking. Encrypt and just dot fn dot mock return value is anything you can write, and CRYTTD, let's go password. Okay. Encrypted password. Okay. Like this is there. Now we'll write our test cases, and test cases are, as always, with the describe thing. Should know a bit of jest before coming. Not that much is required, but we'll have a describe, and let us name it the same thing. So auth register controller, then like this, and then inside the describe there are many tests. So we are going to test it and write the test, and should create a new user and return it. Like this it is there. Then sync. So this is the test which we are writing. Then const rec equal to like this, then body. So what the body and all? So body we require the username, email, and the password. So these three things we are going to pass here. So body user name is test user, comma email is test user at exam example dot com, comma password. Anything you can write password is test password. Okay. So that is done. Now after this we'll have a const save mount equal to yes, because we're not doing the real save here. We're not going to go to the API call and do the real save. So save mock equal to just dot fn dot, just like mock return value, we have a mock resolved value also. So mock resolved value like this, and underscore ID and user underscore ID, comma user name and rec dot body dot user name. Okay. And then email is rec dot body dot email. Okay. So like this, we have to take, okay, save mock. And now after this save mock, we have to go further. So saving mock is like again a mock function. I will save it, and then I will come here after this, and then user dot mock return value, which we have created at top mock return value is save and save mock. We'll use, okay, user dot mock return value is the encrypted password. So we are like returning here. So user dot save, we are mocking this thing, okay, and we're sending the data, mock data we are sending here. So after this we'll come here and do a const press equal to status is test dot fn dot mock return this, mock return this, then JSON just dot fn, like this. Okay, so this res also we have to create, because res and request are there, so res we have created. Then I will come here and do a await auth register controller, so we are calling this auth register controller with the, so it is taking rec and res, so we are going to call the rec comma res. Okay, with the rec and res we are going to call it, and rec and res, both of those things we have created. This is rec and this is res, request and response. Now we expect something, so this is what the testing, unit testing is all about. Expect user, not small user but capital user, ought to have been called times and one, to have been called times one. Okay, one time it has been called, so this is like user have been called one time. And expect user thought to have been called, to have been called with, okay, to have been called with what, to have been called with this we have copy this thing again. Username is rec dot body dot user name, rec dot body dot email. Okay, and then password will be this, it should be same, password will be encrypted password. Okay, so like this. Okay, we're taking this, it will go to like that's dot body dot username, it will take it from here, that's dot body dot email, it will take from here, and then encrypted password. So I will save it now, and now, okay, now moment of truth, I will run the npm run test. I have not done anything wrong, it will be showing the, okay, both of them passed. So, okay, so they, because there were two tests, this test and this test, this is why, this is how you do the unit testing. Okay, so we'll write some more tests, because although this is only one test, but this is quite complicated and quite good test, because of mocking it, mocking tests are always very very important. So after this test, I'm go here and do a expect save mock. This save mock I'm doing dot to have been called times is one, save mock have been called once. Then, so this is how you increase the test. Expect res dot status dot to have been called with 201, rest dot status have been called with 201, because that is what it is there. Okay, so it has been called with 201. Then expect res dot json dot to have been called with ID, username, and body. Okay, username and email. Okay, so that is done. Now I will again run the npm run test, and this all tests are also passing. Okay, so that is there. So So we will write another test for error case. So this is for everything is like create a new user and return it. So we'll write another for the error case when the user is not user will is not found. Okay, so we are not able to save it. So now for that, okay, so we'll come here after this test, and this test is ending here. So I'll go here and do a test should return 500 error if saving user fails, comma, sync this, and again we'll have some of the things again. Const, so let me copy. It's better to copy from a construct is. So rec is body, again the same thing, and then like this thing will have user mock return value. So I'll come here, and this is going here. So user dot mock return value save, not save mock, we are going to do is like just dot function dot mock reject value and new error save error. Okay, error is save error. Okay, so now go back after this error and do a const res equal to like this, and status is just dot fn dot mock return this, comma, json just dot function, right? Just dot function like this, it is there, and then await auth register controller rec, comma, res, res dot status dot to have been called with 500, with spelling is wrong, to have been called with 500, because this is what it is there in the error it is been called with the 500, and expect res dot json dot to have been called with message. Okay, so this message should be the same, save error, save error. This I'll have the save error, save it. Now I will again do the npm run test. Okay, so it has been failed. Okay, should return a 500 error if the user fails. So error is not defined. Okay, so we are getting error is not defined. Okay, so error is not defined. Okay, so the thing is that it is coming because this save error, we have a bit of like we have to update this code a bit. ERR is not defined, it is coming. Okay, so what we have to do here, we will get a message as err dot message. So whatever message you pass it here. Okay. So I will do it, and then I'll do again and see this time it passes. So this completes our small Node.js testing thing. Hope you liked it. Please do like and subscribe to this channel if you're not done yet. Nowadays we are doing 2 videos every month, and there are some good videos. So see you soon. Thank you.